Prologue, Los Angeles. Headshots and resumes lay scattered across the carpet of the empty apartment living room. A television on a milk crate sits in the corner broadcasting the Academy Awards. In the middle of it all, Maggie Connell sits barefoot on the floor, systematically spraying the back of each picture with photo mount and laying it out to dry. Twisting around, she grabs a handful of resumes and begins sealing a trimmed resume to the back of the picture. Shards of clipped edges stick to her hair, t-shirt, and cutoffs from the spray glue. Glancing up as Best Actress is awarded, she brushes the hair away from her face, her hand immediately sticking as another scrap of paper becomes matted in the blonde strands. Sighing, she rises, gingerly tiptoeing through the sea of her faces staring up at her to the dining room. More boxes of photos and resumes sit waiting for her attention. Taped to the wall above them hang lists of casting directors, agents, and managers with targeted names circled in black marker. She continues on to the darkened kitchen, ignoring the flutter of paper in her hair as she opens the fridge, peering inside. A pizza box occupies one shelf. The only other contents consist of a jug of water and cans of Diet Pepsi. Maggie stares, deliberating, then grabs a can and kicks the door shut. She lifts herself up onto the kitchen counter, plopping her feet into the empty sink. On the window ledge sits an overflowing ashtray, cigarettes, and matches. Lighting one, she inhales deeply. She arches her back, her hands now glued to the can and the smoke, as she stares out the window at the other apartments and the city below. A lit window down the street. A woman in a robe sits typing at the computer in her one-room apartment. A small television perched on the window ledge over the twin bed broadcasts the Academy theme song, signaling the announcement of Best Picture. The open window giving the neighborhood a sense of stereo, the writer's hands continuing to type. The Valley, an even cheaper apartment. A young actor practices his scene in front of the bathroom mirror. The awards broadcast from the television in the living room catches his eye in the reflection. A porn director, with aspirations of going legit, fast-forwards as he edits videotape. Behind him, his video star wife works on her pedicure as she lifts a remote, the television flipping from the Academy broadcast to a replay of Friends. Burbank. An old studio contract player sits on a worn and patched leather couch in his cluttered den. Surrounded by dusty memorabilia, he watches a western he had the lead in, running on the classic movie channel. Hollywood. A ragtag handful of actors file out of their class on a seedy Hollywood side street. Their coach, famous for her Brooklyn method, pushes past them. She waves a cheery goodbye and jumps in her Lexus. A crew at work getting their last shot of the day. Bored extras stand in position on the back lot. A man comes running out of the building firing a gun. The extras scatter. The DP nods as the director looks over to get confirmation from the sound guy. Satisfied, he calls a wrap. Cast and crew heading for their trailers and trucks. The wardrobe mistress links arms with a grip as they slip off the lot to a nearby bar. The local watering hole a favorite for the studio crowd. Headshots and publicity pictures stare down at the packed room as above and below the line, pressed together vying for the bartender's attention.